Hey guys, so the other day I went and saw the new Star Wars 7, and to be honest, I was just freaking disappointed. It was so much worse than I thought it was going to be. At least I thought it would be similar to the prequels, but it was just, in my opinion, shitter than the sequels. So I've written down a list of what I think needs to be improved, and so I've got, to start off with, Kylo Ren. Well, in other movies you had Darth Lords like Vader, you had Darth Maul, you had guys who were just generally, and you had Palpatine, you had guys who were just generally mysterious and scary. Kylo Ren, his mask was just bland, it wasn't scary or anything. And then the fact that he gets unmasked, and he's just Han Solo's kid. He's just some little kid who's insecure and has anger problems. There's no mystery or anything to him. It's just, I didn't enjoy it. What else? I'd also like to discuss the humor. I thought some of the humor was just childish and stupid, and it just wasn't like Star Wars at all. For example, when Rey is being held in the Death Star, and she suddenly starts to master the Force, which is another plot hole. I mean, you've got like Luke Skywalker, who had been trained by Yoda in the Force, and all of a sudden Rey's doing this crazy stuff to get her. She's controlling minds, and so back to the humor. When Rey told the guy suddenly to drop his gun and untie her and stuff, and then she had to add drop your gun, and then he says dropping gun, and that kind of bullshit humor. Like, what is that? It's just childish humor. Yeah, so I didn't like that. So the whole Kylo Ren thing pissed me off because it wasn't scary, wasn't mysterious. Like the Vader thing had a whole thing surrounding it. His voice and everything was so cliche, and there was just no originality. So the story, the story just pissed me off. Like, I really like Star Wars. I don't like to hate on movies and everything, but I just walked out of that feeling so disappointed. Like the story, no originality, so many repeats. The third Death Star. I mean, how many freaking Death Stars do these guys want to make? And then, how will we destroy the Death Star again? We'll just fly into it and then shoot a certain part and it will explode. Like, you've made a whole planet, Death Star. It's bigger than all the other ones, but you still haven't found a way to stop people flying in there and shooting it to bits. And I mean, these guys were going in. There was no stormtroopers protecting it. There was hardly anyone there. Just Han Solo and Ren just having a father to son with no one around. And then, so what also annoyed me was just the boring story. I mean, it got to a stage where I was just sitting there waiting for it to finish. I mean, there was no originality. There was no, it was just, I just didn't like it. So then, I've also got to talk about Han Solo dying. And first of all, it was so obvious that he was gonna die. You could predict this whole movie, and I'm just pissed off. But what also annoyed me was when Han Solo died, there was no big deal about him dying. I mean, Chewie did go on this big killing spree, killing stormtroopers, but when he got back to Leia, when Rey went and told Leia that Han had died, it was like she had known him for a day or something. I mean, there was not anything, there was no ceremony or anything. And then the poor casting, I didn't like the casting. I thought, I don't want to sound sexist, but I wasn't that happy that the main character is going to be a female Jedi now. I don't want to sound sexist, but the whole tradition of Star Wars and everything, I felt like, yeah. And then, what also annoyed me, like, I might be getting a bit too critical now, but in the Death Star, it seemed like a bunch of kids were running the Death Star. In the old movies, they had these old characters who looked like they were experienced and war trained and everything, but in this, they were just young guys. I just didn't like it. I really didn't like it. So, there's no, going back to the originality, there's no originality. Nothing, Abrams did not add a single touch originality into that. I mean, all he did was make the main protagonist less mysterious and scary. Change a few stormtrooper helmets. Yeah. So Kylo Ren's boss kind of Sith Lord thing also annoyed me. I thought I was watching some Avengers kind of CGI bullshit. I mean, he wasn't scary. He was just this big, poor CGI guy who looked like an ogre or something. I just didn't like it. I didn't like it. I mean, we're used to having like this Palpatine scary mask character. I mean, just keep it simple. I mean, in those kind of places, they should have stuck to the originals and just kept it simple and not done this whole CGI thing. I mean, I thought I was watching Avengers or one of these new crappy superhero movies. So then I've got non-Jedis being able to use the lightsaber, and this kind of links in with Rey suddenly being able to use the Force. I mean, Jedis are meant to be specially trained in using lightsabers and mind control. It takes a long time for you to be able to do this. All of a sudden, Rey could use the lightsaber against Kylo Ren, and then going back to that, Kylo Ren was meant to be trained by Luke Skywalker. When after the 6th movie ended, it was supposed that Luke Skywalker started to train Jedis, and Kylo Ren was one of these Jedis. Now you're telling me that a Jedi trained by Skywalker could have like an even fight and perhaps lose against Rey, who's just a scavenger on. Yeah, just a scavenger. It was an absolute joke. I wasn't happy with the movie. The ending was. I would have liked to see more of Skywalker, but I guess it leaves a little bit. I really hope the next one's gonna be better. I'm glad Abrams isn't directing it, and I just feel like they made this movie for teenagers and stuff who had heard references and got the hype up. But I really don't think true fans would like this movie. I wasn't impressed. And I hope the next one will be better. Please like and comment your opinions. Thanks guys. Cheers. One thing I did like about Star Wars though, Chewie. I love Chewie.